come on in. Please allow me a moment to check my sound. Please allow me a moment to check my sound. But come on in as I check my sound. And as I check my sound, I'm going to do the disclaimer. If I can find my phone, let me see. There it is. I'm going to do my disclaimer. So allow me a moment to check my sound. Can you guys hear me okay? Press 1 if you can hear me okay. Press 1 if you can hear me okay. Press 2 if the sound sounds muffled. Press 2 if the sound sounds muffled. Let's get into the disclaimer. So thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and please share if you care. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about what's on Instagram, what's on Twitter, what's going on in the news around the world. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. And don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. And have a great day. Stay positive, stay focused. Okay, so we're going to get to the Gary Owens and Shannon Sharpe interview. I watch pretty much, it's always the same thing. I always watch the first 2 hours, and then I get extremely busy, and then I have something else to do. So I watch pretty much all of it. He talked about his relationships. He talked about the business, how some people do be trying to take people's jokes. He had said there was some jokes that he had did, then a few years later, someone tried to do that same skit. They said sometimes in regards to comedians, some comedians don't try and watch each other because they don't want to say, "Oh, I had a similar idea as John or Joe, and then I just flipped it around a little bit to make it a little bit different." But I think some comedians do because they want to applaud them. "Oh, I saw your work on Netflix. Oh, I saw your work on, the comedy special, or I saw your work on whatever, on your own YouTube channel." So I think some comedians probably do support each other. But we're going, let me know in the comments. Like the video as you're coming in. Like the video as you're coming in. Let me know if you watch the Shannon Sharpe and Gary Owens skit. I mean, the show. Did you watch it? Let me know in the comments. Did you watch it? I'm trying to adjust this because it's a little uneven, but that's okay. Let me know if you watched it, and let me know what you thought about it. Gary came in, and I'll kind of start from the beginning. He came in and he talked about, that's a lot better. He came in and he talked about his family. He came in, he talked about his wedding, and he talked about his different relationships with his ex-wife. He's now dating someone new. He has twins, and he talked about how the wedding went. And there was concerns at the wedding. The father or father-in-law and the stepfather, and alleged there was a slight situationship. And Gary said, "Well, what happened?" And the guy said, "He looked at me wrong." He's like, "All this started because he looked at you wrong." He also talked about the wedding. The day of the wedding, there was a set time. Most weddings, preachers, ministers, whoever's going to officiate the wedding may have another wedding later on that night. And that's what happened in regards to Gary. Him and his wife had a preacher, a minister, someone officiate, and they had to leave. They had to go do another wedding. And he had said that he felt that they were going to offer him more money, and they probably did. So someone else had to officiate the wedding. And you got to remember, too, everybody, when you get married and try to get there 2-3 hours before, because that can happen. And then if you have all those people there and nobody that can officiate the wedding or do your wedding, if someone is late, a lot of times everybody should be there 3 hours before. That way, if they forget something, they can run back to their house and get it. But everybody should have their dress, their bag, everything the night before. Put it in your car. the night before. So that way, if you forget something, oh, I forgot to put this in the bag. Oh, I forgot. Somebody's going to forget something. It just happens. But if everybody's there 2 or 3 hours before, it should not happen. So he talked about the wedding. He talked about the relationship. He talked about the concerns he's had with his family and the relationship he has with the dad. And I need everybody to do me a favor. I need people to stop telling people forgiveness is something you need to do. It's not. If people have done you wrong, they meant that. Sorry. Forgiveness is a better thing to do. And then you can move on and live your life. There are some people that are just so rude, so disrespectful, and you can't let them get away with it. Sorry. Sorry. Excuse me. I feel like there are some people that haven't been wronged by a lot of people. They're good people, they're kind people, they haven't been wronged by a lot of people. But there are other sets of people that are kind hearted, they give to the community, they give to people in need. Once a month, they're serving the community, they're serving people in need. You can't tell a good person to forgive and let it go. You can't tell a person that has a great heart, forgive them and let it go. Sometimes these people mean it. I don't know what's going on. Sorry about the cough. Sometimes people mean it. There's situationship. Oprah said the same. Shannon Sharpe is basically saying the same. Let me know in the comments, do you feel that forgiveness isn't for you or them, whatever the saying is? Do you guys always forgive people? Yes or no? Or do you think that saying should be thrown in the trash? Forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. You got to learn to let go. You'll have more peace if you let it go. Gary had talked about there was a time that he might be served a document in regards to an alleged lawsuit, and he wanted to go incognito to a game. And a lot of people didn't take pictures. It was just him just enjoying the game, and he had a great time. Alleged his father found out that he was at a game around either the same city or near his city, and Gary didn't invite the dad, whether it was the real dad, stepdad. And the dad was mad about it. And we get that. But Gary was like, Dad, I kind of came in, spent some time with my friends, and I left. So him and his dad weren't cool then. He'd also said that when he was going through his divorce, the dad was thinking about assisting his ex wife with the divorce. And if you don't know, let me go back. I don't know if you guys know. I think Gary wanted this video taken down. I think something transpired and Gary maybe said too much or he was drinking something. I think Gary wanted Shannon Sharpe to take it down. If you go to Shannon Sharpe's community section, I think he was saying, but we're still going to put it up. This is the biggest thing. When you go on an interview, I think it's wise for you not to drink. If you're in legal situations, don't drink, just have some water. If he wants you to try his whatever, cognac or his whatever, try it, but don't get intoxicated where you don't know what you're saying. So Gary was on the couch and he was talking about a situationship where someone was trying to sue him about an idea they had. They're trying to say, we sent you the idea, we sent you by email. And Gary was like, what are you talking about? I don't have nothing to do with that. Maybe someone else told them. So something. And I think his team was like, no, you are not supposed to be talking about that. So I don't know if that's why Gary wanted the video to come down, or it's because of what he said about his ex, or is it because of what he said about his children? And we're going to get to that. And he is in a new relationship with twins. So let's generally go through Gary and his divorce from his beautiful, beautiful wife. We've known Gary to be a comedian. and think like a man. And, some people are saying he utilized his relationship with her to be who he is. But he said he's always kind of, like the culture. And his first situationship was with a, African American woman, and he enjoyed himself. And he was like, I think people can move like that. But here nor there. He talked about him going through divorce. He mentioned that it's very difficult. He mentioned that he hasn't seen his kids in almost 3.5 years, almost 4 years now. He tried to run into his daughter at the airport, and she saw him. He waved, and I don't remember if he said she waved too, but then he tried to get close to her and she ran into the bathroom and stayed in there. She didn't come out. And then I guess somebody had called and said, "Why is Gary at the airport? Why is he standing there?" And the daughter, you know, and Shannon was like, "Somebody called somebody." He's like, "Yeah, somebody called somebody," and was like, "Why are you there? Why are you at the airport? You're making her uncomfortable. Leave." So I guess after 45 minutes, he left. Then he had mentioned that he did. He went to his son's place of work, stood far back, saw him at his work element, and he was proud of him. He's proud of all his children. And he's saying because of the divorce and because of he basically talked about he had cheated a few times. We're going to go to a different picture. He had said that he had cheated a few times. He was saying alleged. He said it though. He cheated and he was getting attention from people on the road that he wasn't getting at a younger Gary. I'll say in his 20s, maybe 30s. So he was getting this attention. So it was reported that, we've had media for a while. I guess some things had gone out in media, and Gary was kind of like, yeah, you know, and he was concerned about going on stage because some articles had just came out. And I guess the crowd was like, well, a lot of men cheat. And he was kind of like, that made him feel better because he thought he was going to get booed. He did say he got booed one or two times, but it was at a certain club. Yeah, it was one time he said he was at a certain club. He didn't know what's going on, but he got booed. So in regards to his divorce, he said it was difficult. And the one person that stepped in to assist and help, Kevin Hart, has said, hey man, you gonna be good. You need legal advice, you need assistance in anything. Kevin Hart was like kind of there for him. And he had said because of that legal battle in regards to the movie situationship, or a guy told him about an idea, he had said that because of that lawsuit and because of the divorce, things were racking up. And I think Kevin kind of stepped in, maybe if legal help or financial help. He kind of, went over that. But Kevin has actually been there for a lot of people. So the biggest thing is he also talked about Cat Williams. Cat Williams assisted, and I think they either did a movie together or something. And he was stating that one night, everybody was in their limousine. Gary Owen was one limousine, and he was ahead of Cat Williams, and Cat Williams was in the limousine behind him. And he had said, hey, driver, I want to kind of have some fun. Can you drive me around for a little while? And the guy was like, yeah, it's $300. And Gary was like, here you go, here's the cash. And Gary had said he didn't want it on the credit card because then he would have to explain that to the wife. So the man was like, nope, I can't take cash. Sorry, if you don't have the credit card, and I can't take it. So he was reporting that Cat Williams pulled up next to him, and he was like, Gary, you all right? And he's like, yeah, man, I'm just trying to have some fun. I'm trying to pay the guy. I got the $300 here. He won't take it. And I just want to hang out, have some fun. I just don't want it to be on my credit card because I don't want the wife saying, what did you do? Where were you at? Blah, blah, blah. That's $300. You know what I mean? Because we get it. The family sometimes wants to budget. So he had said that Cat Williams pulled the driver out of the vehicle and was like, hey, man, let me talk to you. And they kind of went behind the car. I don't think they were in front of the car. They went behind the car. And Cat was like, da 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 da. The driver got in. Cat Williams told Gary, hey, you got the driver for the night. And Gary Owens was so happy. He's like, man, what did you say to him? He's like, don't worry about that. You got the driver for the night. He had said that he went to a club, had fun. Driver was still there. He had said the driver took him to the hotel. got up early that morning thinking he has to catch a ride to the airport, and the driver was still there. He was like, man, I'm wondering how much did Cat Williams pay this dude? He's been with me all day, all night. So that was kind of funny. But let's get through the divorce part. I guess she had found out in regards to the different situations he was having on the road. They'd gone through the divorce, and I saw an article of she's not happy about the interview. If you go on either Shade Room or the Neighborhood Talk, she basically is talking about she's not happy with him putting out their business like that and not portraying them in a good light. And it's like, keep a lot of that to yourself. It's not cool. Let me see, which one is this. I kind of want to play some of the clips, but some of the clips say stuff that I really don't want to get flagged for. That's why I'm kind of talking about it. But there are general clips I am going to go through. Let's see. Where did I put it? Okay, so let's go through this one. Yeah, he does have twins, and he's saying one's white, one's black. And he said they even look different in color. And then I have to stop it there, but I'm gonna play it in a minute. And he's talking about their color of their skin, their eyes. Please like the video, you guys, as you're coming in. Please like the video as you're coming in. It lets everyone know that we're live. Let's get to more of the video.
Didn't think I wanted to be a father again, and not have a relationship with my kids. I was like, I hate that thing. Like, I'm gonna do it right this time because I didn't do it wrong. You don't think you did it wrong the first time? I don't think I did it wrong the first time. I was very conscious of how I spoke to them, how we disciplined them, I never put them down, and all the sports and stuff. The report that you just recently welcomed twins. Damn, you know everything.
So he really did a good investigation on Gary's life. That's what Gary's talking about. Let's get to the next clip. Please like the video as you come in. Please like the video as you come in. And also let me know where you're watching from. Are you watching from TV, your tablet, or your phone? And let me know what city, state you're chiming in from. Let's get to the next clip.
I was always like, I was the fun dad, right? It's not a big deal if you knew me. I was a fun dad. And I was coaching some of their teams and stuff, so I was I did it wrong, but it's twofold. I didn't see myself being a dad, but I think not having a relationship with my kids, the twins now are awesome. They're awesome. They're in that idolizing dance. Right. They're young. You're like, they're young. They're like 9, 10 months since that's happened. So, yeah, they're right. That's the same thing. That's the sucks too. Is my kids, they don't know them, right? They don't have a relationship with them. I want to meet them when they're 4 or 5, right? So that sucks too. They played. I was always like, I was the fun dad, right? It's not a big deal if you knew me. I was a fun dad, and I was coaching some of their teams and stuff. So I did it wrong, but
so he's basically saying that he now has twins. Of course, he's basically saying he was the fun dad, and he is okay that he has more children, but he's also concerned that the children haven't and will not he's saying that his twins haven't met his other children. And he's kind of sad about that. And he's wishing that the wife would somehow speak with the children to try and make that better. And I think that's why she posted what she posted, saying, basically stop talking about me, keep my name out your mouth, stop telling false narratives. The wife kind of went in, whether it was the Shade Room, Jasmine Brand, I'll look that up in a minute. So yeah, thanks for letting me know that you're chiming in from your phone and from Dallas. Welcome to the channel. I sometimes go live in the morning, 11:30, 12:30, or 1. It just depends. But I wanted to get this video out because I did enjoy the interview. And I think Shannon Sharpe does a really great job in regards to interviews. I think he allows the person to tell the whole story. But Shannon will redirect you if you go too far, because he kind of wants to move forward. Because if you don't know, Shannon Sharpe chops up videos and he wants the videos to do extremely well. So if it's going too far and that's the subject of what it is, of course, that's going to be a long video. So let me show a different picture. Let's get to the next video.
What's the relationship with your kids right now? crashed and burned since the divorce, and this is all since the divorce. Do you believe she played a role in the divide with your kids? I'll say I'll take the blame because I didn't ensure that my relationship with them was so strong that no matter what anybody said to them, they could be like, "Nah, my dad's good." So I was gone a lot, right, on the road, right, and that's part of it. But
So he's taking accountability for it.
I really don't know. I don't want to throw stones and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if she's at the house saying your dad ain't. I don't know. I mean, I do know blasting me on social media didn't help, and then other shit happened that you're a deadbeat. What's the relationship?
So the biggest thing is he is wanting her to try and make amends and figure things out with the kids. But he did say that what transpired didn't help. Now, I don't know if y'all remember their show. They had a show together. And remember she had wrapped his car and he was so surprised. She did a great job wrapping the vehicle in the colors he wanted. He was so shocked. They actually had a show and they looked like they really got along really well. Dating someone or married to someone that's traveling, it's not easy. Let's get to the next video.
Got so bad. You know,
Everybody knows we have to stop it, play it, stop it, play it. We have to talk in between. Next video.
I just don't know where it got so bad.
He doesn't know where it got so bad.
Like literally, like the worst human being on the planet. And it's funny. I ran into my ex last week. We was on a plane. I'm on a plane from Atlanta to Cincinnati. Come on.
This was a funny story. He kind of hid from her in the beginning.
Talking, ask her like, how do we get this right with the kids? And then I keep telling her like, look, when they call, I'm there. I don't care if I got to show them, cancel it. The minute they say, Dad, I'm ready to talk. I just don't know where it got so bad. You know what I mean? That I'm just literally like the worst human being on the planet. And it's funny. I ran into my ex last week.
So he was saying that he wished he would have had a relationship with the kids so strong that even through a divorce that could have sustained. But he was saying with everything that was told and said, the kids just didn't want to have anything to do with him. And it's been, like I said, it's been 3.5 years, almost 4 years. He hasn't seen his older children. But of course, like I mentioned, he has two twins with the young lady he's dating. I don't think that he's shown pictures of who he's dating now. I think they're kind of keeping it kind of quiet because he doesn't want a lot of media or press about it. And he said at the beginning, and she's been kind of cool, but lately she's been kind of saying something about it. So let's get to the next clip. And like he said, when he's able to speak with his children from his past relationship, he'll drop anything just to talk with them, be with them, see with them. This is his opinion on what he's saying on the show. Next clip.
I'll go to where they're at. So when I talked to her about the kids, I told her, I said, I wish you would just say it's time. It's time. Because they do listen. Yes. Enough.
He wants her to facilitate.
There's no mental abuse. There's no physical abuse. They had a great childhood. Yes. Great private school. Paid for my daughter's college. I mean, just stuff you're supposed to do if you have it as a dad. Right. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't know how I became this evil human being that they want nothing to do with. I was like, I'm not perfect. I'm out. Right. I'll go to where they're at. So
I think if I'm not certain if the children don't want to fool with him because of the cheating allegations or if he said something that hurt the mom. Sometimes when the mom is the one that's taking care of them 24/7, 7 days a week, driving them to school, picking up from school, making the lunches and doing everything. You're on the road. It's almost like, okay, mom is here. She's been here. We're going to stay connected with mom because she's been here. You've been able to travel, and what you did on the road is what you decide to do on the road. And maybe the kids is just like, okay, this connection with the mom has always been here, and we're not going to interrupt that because from day one, and maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but he said he's always tried to be there. If there was an event for school, he tried to travel, go to the and then get back on the road. But maybe, do you think that's what it is, you guys? Do you think that it's because the mom was a stay-at-home mom, working or maybe not been working, but because he was on the road and alleged the cheating allegations? Do you think that's why the kids are just like, I don't want to be bothered with you? Let's get to the next clip. Please like the video as you're coming
When
in.
you go through the divorce,
He's going through the divorce.
when kids are little, they idolize their dad. And then when divorce happens, they demonize them. And then as time goes by, they humanize them. Clearly, I'm in the demon stage right now. But it's just been so long that I got to sneak around to try to just lay eyes on them. I read somewhere that somebody said, when you go through the divorce, when kids are little, they idolize their dad. And then when divorce happens, they demonize them. And then as time goes by, they humanize them. Clearly, I'm in the demon stage right now.
But maybe it's because of so much of the cheating allegations. You know, maybe the kids didn't. Maybe the kids felt she didn't deserve to be cheated on because she was a good wife, stay-at-home person. Maybe the kids just feel like she just didn't deserve that. But I just wanted to do a video. Sorry. In regards to Gary, like I mentioned, the wife responded. Excuse me, I had to drink something. So she's basically saying, I don't have my glasses, but I can kind of see. My growth is not feeling the need to address mistruths anymore. The grace and kindness I have shown you is a space to tell the lies and false narratives for sympathy and attention without correction. You are a great storyteller. Sometimes I get caught up in your version. Whoa, that's what his ex wife had to say. And well wishes to her. You can go over to the shade room to look at that. Gary talks about his like for brown skinned African American women. He said he has dated. I thought his new relationship was a Caucasian, which it doesn't matter whether black or Caucasian, but now we're finding that the woman that he's dating is, of course, African American because one child, he said, is one child is black and one child looks kind of Caucasian. But he also, let's get into this part because Wendy's at the bottom. Let's get into that. Shannon Sharpe had asked him, did you ever date Wendy? And he said, man, you know everything. He said, no, I never dated her. We kind of went out to dinner, just had a good time talking. We were out in public, had a good time, just having fun. And then he said, where did y'all go after the dinner? And he said, come on, man. No, it wasn't like that. And of course, I'm not certain if that was around the time he was married or if it was after he got a divorce or prior to him getting married. Because, of course, Wendy has been out, whether it was a radio show or her TV show, Wendy has been out for a while. But he did speak about them just having dinner. And that's why I put it down there. I don't recall them ever being in any gossip in regards to Gary and Wendy. We've heard about other people with Wendy trying to hang out or take her out to dinner or having fun. We heard that. But I wanted to play the other clips in regards to what he said about dating, but I just don't want certain comments to be made, and I am not trying to have a flag or issue in regards to that. But go over to Shannon Sharpe show. I think it was a good interview. I'll probably watch the last 45 minutes when I get a chance, but other clips are popping up. Um, Let me know how you feel about Shannon Sharpe interviews. Do you like Shannon Sharpe interviews? I know his nightcap show be good. And those views for nightcap is amazing. Sometimes he'll have 20K in the room. And some people, we get to 20K in like 3 or 4 days later. Not we, some larger pages. But yeah, Shannon Sharpe is doing extremely well in regards to this YouTube game. And I started doing videos this long form versus the other way because I definitely get more views this way. But let me know, did you see the Shannon Sharpe Gary Owens interview? Yes or no in the comments. And what was your favorite Shannon Sharpe interview over the last year or 6 months? Did you have a favorite? So let me know in the comments. So that will be a wrap, but he did talk about his relationships and he talked about dating. He said he's always liked and he's dated one Caucasian and they kind of was like, okay, she was saying she's never been with a Caucasian. He was saying, I've never been with a Caucasian. Let's go ahead. And he has said that they're still friends to this day. They don't hang out, but they're still friends. But I think Gary is a kiki. Now you and let's go back because you remember Cat Williams had said something about Gary Owens in regards to he has not sold himself out. Do you remember that when Cat Williams talked about it? And he said that that might be the reason why he's never gotten a special. And sometimes people will say the same old people will get specials. And some of the comedians are just looking for that moment. I think a lot of people are trying to go on to Shannon Sharpe show to get more notoriety, you know, people to notice them. This is what I'm working on now. And maybe some of the people are looking to get, a show on Netflix. Okay, note in the comments, did you guys see Cat Williams' special over the weekend? Either it came out this weekend or it came out last weekend. I kind of enjoyed it. I guess some people are kind of saying they did not enjoy the Cat Williams special. Did you guys enjoy the Cat Williams special? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Um, but well wishes to Gary. Of course, there's the breaking news. There's the disclaimer. I probably should have showed that before, but yeah, that's did you guys see the Cat Williams? Please like the videos you guys are coming in. Please like the videos you guys are coming in. Please subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notification bells. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. Um I actually did this video and I was watching somebody I really like on YouTube, but I said, no, I got to go ahead and get this video out. So I definitely wanted to bring this out because there's no telling what stories will break in the morning. So please like the video as you're coming in. In regards to the replay game, please let me know what's your favorite Shannon Sharpe interview. Did you watch the Gary Owens interview? And who's your favorite comedian? So let me just know in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Everybody like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great evening. Goodbye.